hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very excited this new reading for the month of March that I'll be getting out. And I wanted to show you, I have here this thing around my neck because I still have the remnants of a cough from the flu. And it's okay, it's all right. And so what I'll be doing this month will be to lay the groundwork with my picture postcards that I've used before, as how I use the tarot, and with the same positions. Then I'll be highlighting one side of the spread with this lovely tarot of the obscure fables that helped, that really served me well last month for the February readings. And I'll be highlighting one half. The other half I'll be using excuse me, I'll be using the VERA SIBILLA cards. And this month I'll be taking the runes that were given to me. They're onyx, and they're very, very heavy. They're very heavy, so I use them sparingly, but they're very grounding. Let's go off to the readings. Oh, before I go, thank you, new subscribers, for joining me, and a big shout out to my old subscribers for sticking with me. It's a pleasure. On to the readings. Hi, Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. We're looking into the month of March for you. Excuse me. Let's see what's in store for you, Aquarius, for the month of March. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful cards. Okay, we have, this is The Mice Are Burying the Cat. It's a print, and it's a caricature of Peter of the Great's burial. The Mice Are Burying the Cat. Then we have, wait, sorry about that. There you go. Angel at the Old Lynchburg, Virginia Hospital. It's the Angel of Grief by William Wetmore. The Angel of Grief. We have, this is one of my favorites, The Prince by Schoberg. Angel by Thayer. Excuse me. Excuse me. The angel did me in. And excuse me. Excuse me, Aquarius. Olive Trees by Vincent van Gogh. Now, you come into the month of March very busy. Very, very busy. And, you know, you're taking care of things that don't seem necessary. Sorry. I don't mean that they don't seem necessary. To you, they're very necessary, but it's like busy work. It seems that you're taking care of business that's busy, busy work. And you ask yourself, is this the proper thing to do? Because if I do this, it's as if your homework, you've given yourself homework. And you've given yourself homework, so at one level, you don't have to see what's going on in another level. And it's quite particular, this type of busyness that you come into the month with, because it's a question of whether life is all about dotting our I's and crossing our T's and doing our homework, or slacking off every now and then and living life. You're being, you know, you're trying to find a happy medium between the rigidity of your discipline and the necessary creative nature that will allow you to relax and to be yourself. Now, the actions you take the month of March have all to do with some incident that occurred prior to this month, an incident that occurred that saw the entire family, the entire group of friends, the entire work colleague space that, I don't want to say mourn, but that altogether experienced the end of something, the end of an endeavor, the end of a cycle. There definitely was an end to a cycle that is being experienced, and your actions in the month of March have to do, it is an explanation, it has to do with you still experiencing that loss, you still experiencing that extreme change. And your environment is an environment of being very, very high standards. You have set the standard, you set the beam very, very, very high for yourself. And those around you have also done the same. Now, what this does is create different levels that don't seem to bring on harmony to yourself. Just a minute, I'll blow my nose and I'll be right back. And as I was saying, I have the impression here that things are being carried out, that you are working on, that you're carrying out things at different levels, and from the very pecuniary, I don't even know if that's a word, from the very menial labor level to the very high level, and they don't seem to be coordinated. It makes for a lot of disorientation. It makes for you feeling off balance with respect to how you know yourself to be. And what I get looking at these first three cards is that you are sweating the small stuff, if I could use that expression. You're sweating the small stuff. You're dealing with things that are unnecessarily so unimportant, and you're wasting your days and your energy on those things. Now, your emotional side, the emotional side to your March is seeing you come face to face with what your spiritual nature is. You're face to face with you and yourself, and who am I spiritually? What is the value of my life? What's the meaning of my life? Is my life all a matter of work? Is it a matter of taking care of business? Is it a matter of getting good grades? Is it a matter of taking this person out because their expectations require me to do that, or else there's a lack of harmony? You know, you're sweating the small stuff, and your emotions, though, the deep-rooted emotions, are tackling, touching on, thinking about, going into the astral planes at night, all about spirituality, where you feel deep down in the pit of your stomach that is where the answers lie. The element of change here comes when you're about to understand why you have come into the month of March in this state, why you are really sweating the small stuff. And it's interesting because the change will only be able to come about once you make peace with yourself and forgive yourself for having strayed from your divine nature. Let me put it that way. Because of a series of events and losses that you've experienced in the recent past, more or less recent past, 2, 6 months, 8 months, the last year, let's say that. I'm going to take this lovely deck, the Tarot of the Obscure Fables, and and see what they can add to these first questions and the actions and the environment for the month of March. Okay. We've got here the 10 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, and the and the 6 of Wands. These are powerful messages, Aquarius. The 10 of Swords here, this very difficult card, is the Sun in Gemini. It's the Lord of Ruin. You're at the end of a cycle here. And the period of Gemini, when is that? That is the second half of March to the beginning of June. And that's precisely when you will come to terms with a situation that concerned your emotions, concerned romance, that concerned another person, and you will be able to rise above it only then. I'd like to take the Vera Sibilla here on the last three, the last two cards, the emotions and the chains, to see if they can add more to that. Okay. This is Viaggio, the trip movement, Militare, the military, and the Falsità, lies. All right, now, what did that concern? Up until now, you had been processing a situation whereby you were trying to remove yourself from a blocked emotional event or situation. It was a situation that not many people know of, and you yourself were not able to understand why you were stuck, why you were in that situation, why you still had difficulty in pushing forward through an event, an experience, a relationship that held no meaning for you. And what I'm seeing here is that we did talk about the Gemini period when there's a lack, it is unleashed. There's a smooth flowing water over there. It is finally, you open up emotionally. But let me take here the runes. Let me cast the runes to see if they can give me more information. Definitely here there are issues about emotions being blocked for a long period of time. Nothing came to a head, and well, actually there is going to be an unblocking here of the situation. There definitely is going to be something that comes unstuck. I see you as being almost blind to the situation. I see you as being blinded to your own role in this situation. Here you're sweating the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Hagal Hagalas is telling you, go in depth, go in. Face those demons. Strong. It will hit you strong. That will be the Berkana Bjork Brightstave. That will be the beginning of a new emotional era for you. Abundance is going to come your way. It's not that it's going to come. It is needed by you with a passion. You feel that if you had abundance, excuse me, if you feel the abundance coming to you, and I'm using abundance, the term abundance, very widely in the sense of abundance in emotions, abundance in riches, abundance in spirituality, abundance of love. You feel that that is such a dire need for you, but you don't see the forest for the trees, in the sense that you're so busy, 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 sweating the small stuff, that you're not seeing the actual core of the difficulty, the actual meat, the root of the problem, the issue. Unfortunately, it is a rite of passage. This is a necessary passage for you, a necessary rite of passage in order for you to then be reawakened. And there will be this reawakening, Bjork tells us, Bright Stave. There is to be said that there are two things. One is that there's a certain amount of protection around you. Okay, there is. Let me make this lighter. It's as if you've played your cards. You were a good person, and so the universe is protecting you through this rite of passage. Go forth, go through with it. Cry if you have to, laugh if you have to, throw a few punches, sit down, laugh, and make fun. Irony, that is always a good ingredient. Go through it, experiencing it, knowing that it will be difficult for you. But first of all, you'll be singing "I Did It My Way" by the end of the month, because you will have reached the end of that rite of passage. And it's there that you can say, amen, amen. I have done my part. Okay, so March for you is going to be extreme challenge. We're ready, all right? And let's see how it goes. Namaste. I hope this was of help to you, Aquarius. Roll up your sleeves. You will do it. Bye-bye.